violence. Now, what you need to know as a whole is that all our actions have one end state, have one specific objective, to ensure that nobody destabilizes our security. Not a journalist, not any form of reporting, not any citizen, not even Kyagulanyi himself. So we shall, and I repeat, all our actions shall be geared at preventing any individual or group of individuals from inciting violence. So if in our intelligence estimates and predictions is that the movements of the fourth estate is in any way going to propound, is going to incite, is going to have an effect on violence, we certainly shall take countermeasures, which may include certain measured restrictions. We shall come out clear on that. Read my statement. Let me also answer a colleague who raised an issue in respect to, was it in Kayunga? Who raised an issue about Kayunga? Yes, Butambala, sorry. Butambala, there was an incident. There are a number of people we arrested from Butambala because they attacked police, they attacked the police station, attacked the tele center, and tried to halt and disrupt the tallying process. There were engagements between police and rioters on 3 occasions, one at 8 p.m., 10 p.m., and 2 a.m. It is unfortunate that there were some fatalities registered, but the message is one: it is undesirable when we register any death. But we equally urge people not to engage themselves in violent actions, especially with security agencies, and particularly where you choose, of all things, to attack a security installation at 2 a.m. That is very dangerous and very reckless. Some of these people are highly misguided. There is nowhere you can draw safe estimates that you will come out well when you attack a police station at 2 a.m. You try to prevent a tallying process using the force of arms, using physical energy, using violence. You certainly will be repulsed. What is usually unfortunate is when you lose your life in that process, because ultimately you cannot overrun a tele center. You cannot overrun a police station. It is not sustainable. So that is one of the messages we need to put to our people out there. And with Kayunga, what I would like also to add is that of the arrests we made, actually most of the people who were arrested were not even residents. There were people picked, intoxicated, and dropped in the area, from the areas of Nansana. So that's very, very unfortunate. Yes.
How many people were killed in Canada and where were they killed from? Because according to some eyewitnesses, our reporters, these people were killed and Wangati Mobizo. Wangati Mobizo not near the police station or the center. So even the police is aware.
It doesn't matter where they were hit from, but just know that a group of people, actually now you are confirming, you are trying to link Mwanga Chivumbi to these offenses. A group of people, and actually highly suspected to have been mobilized by Mwanga Chivumbi, invaded police. And did not only invade the police, invaded the Tale Center, hit people's cars, did a lot of mayhem within the city. So I may not be exact specifically where they could have been, where they could have met their fate from, but you know that the people who were fatally injured in this matter were associated with the violence that occurred in the nights during the hour of 8, 10, and 2 a.m. The numbers up now have not yet got the actual figures. We are going to release the figures of fatalities at some later date. Yes. Arrests, I think, could have been like around 21. Yes. But we shall be giving you more figures in respect, because a number of arrests have been made in a number of areas. Because we had some pockets of public disorder in some few areas within the city and the greater Kampala metropolitan. Let me also make a comment. Similarly, it answers my colleague who asked about Chisenyi, fatalities in Chisenyi. I am very comfortable getting this because these are statistics. If I give the false figures, it will not come out well. So we need to have the right compilation, and then we update public. So lastly, as to whether the home of Honorable Kyagulanyi is out of bounds, what I can say is that we are highly monitoring movements because it is an area of security interest. He's a candidate. Secondly, there are spots of violence, or what you would call violent flashpoints or hotspots, which are highly associated and aligned to people within his political inclination. But as to whether he's under arrest, I would like to make it categorically clear, he's not under arrest. Jimmy Akena, when an allegation was made yesterday that he was under house arrest, when I asked the officers on ground, he was traced to Alepto. So one of the things I would like to really share with you is do not fall prey to these very, very naked liars. They are wasting a lot of our time. Somebody is in his home, the person seated with him in the sitting room is saying he's under house arrest. The challenge is because you don't question their morality. These are serious moral issues. People have lost morals. Somebody lies nakedly and you come and bring the lie to public spaces because you see, you enjoy the advantage that you have media. You reach so many people. Somehow I think you also have a responsibility to help us fight this kind of fake information. Exactly.
I asked you a question about why journalists are being targeted on the streets of Kampala when they're doing their work, but also maybe you can give us a blanket statement on the security situation, because like very coming here, the streets are empty, there is fear among the population.
There are groups trying to instill fear in the population, but we would like to give them assurances and guarantees that the streets are safe, business should go on normal, nobody should feel threatened, not even journalists. Actually, where you have challenges as journalists, you really need to reach us as police management and any other leaders within the security and government circles. You are free to carry out your and exercise your rights as journalists as long as you act responsibly. We have restricted areas, which I guess you know, where you need accreditation. And what I can see, and I know most of you here are accredited, you have your accreditation badges, telecenters. And like, for example, yes, you cannot cover a security installation. Some of these things, you know them, they are at your fingertips. But ordinarily working as a journalist, I don't think there should be any threat. But just in case it was an act of an overzealous security person, you can always call us in to try to make interventions. But one statement at least I can make, Eble, is we have tried to talk to security officers to restrain themselves from making unjustified attacks on our journalists. And when you make a comparative analysis, at least there has been a very cordial relationship between the journalists and the security. Where we have had those one or two unfortunate situations, they are regrettable, and we are sorry about them. We can always correct that. Yes. We shall give statistics about fatalities in an organized and in a single statistic. I mean, on a given day, because I do not have information about scattered incidents as a communicator for Uganda Police Force.
And maybe finally from me,
Please.
do you think it's also counterproductive for the security agencies to order the switching of people? Because right now people are making the phone calls and some people can't verify the information. And have you maybe seen that the switching off has kind of helped security?
Sir, my brother from the fourth estate, the switch which switched off internet is not at police headquarters. So we did not, as the Uganda Police Force, switch off internet. Thank you. Oh. Okay, ekisooka njagala kutangaza nti Honorable Kyagulanyi Sentamu tali under house arrest. Tali under house arrest. Bwe tuba tuli ba arrestinga Kyagulanyi tuba tujja kubategeeza tubawe n'ensonga lwaki twamukutte. Eyo kansubire kebe the summary question ekwatagana n'ebintu ebikwataganye nani ne Honorable Kyagulanyi ne okugamba nti ali mu bukwate. Ekyokubiri is that tewaliwo bwe waliwo restrictions okutuuka ewuwe mwina okumanya nti tulina deployments mu bifo ebyenjawulo mu ggwanga nga wotadde ne Magere. So tekitegeeza nti era nga bw'onaalaba nti bifo bingi ne bw'ogenda kumpi ne Tale Center ojja kusangawo security. Abantu bayitawo naye ate abantu balina okuyita mu kasengejja ka security. So n'okumutuukako omutuukako naye ng'oyise mu kasengejja. Naye kye tugamba bwe tufuna intelligence yonna eraga nti omuntu yenna oba abantu bonna abagenda ewuwe balina engeri gye bajja okutuusaamu okuleeta akajagalalo mu ngeri yonna. Tukolawo ekyenjawulo okulaba nti either tubaziyiza oba tuteekawo embeera yonna okulaba nti akajagalalo ako tekajjaawo. Akena, Honorable Akena bino oba babijeewa si bituufu. Honorable Akena we bagambye nti ali under house arrest, bwe nagenza okubuuza ba police officers abali ku ground bampadde amawulire nti ali Butongo. So ekintu kye twagala okulaga is that waliwo abayisa amawulire amakyamu, naye kati nga mwe bannamawulire kye tubasaba kyokka mutuyambeko mu lutalo olulwanisa abantu abaleeta oba abatambuza amawulire amafu. Ebintu ebikwatagana ne byabadde Butambala, waliwo abantu abagezezaako ku attackinga police n'okwatakinga tale center n'okulemesa okulonda, era security bagenze mu kulwana ne security, era just kyetugamba nti waliwo of course abataalutonze, naye ate kyetwagala okulabula abantu is that okwatakinga security saawa 8 ogw'ekiro naawe oba oyina engeri gy'oteeka obulamu bwo mu katyabaga. Sikiwa nti omuntu ayina embalirira entuufu abala nti bw'atakinga security ku saawa 8 ogw'ekiro kiba safe eri gwe. So ekintu kye baakoze ekyo kyabadde so risky. Twakuteyo abantu 21 abasinga bonna betwasanze nga actually sinabatuuze ba mu kifo ekyo. So kyetwagala okumanyisa abantu ba bulijjo tujja kuba tubawa ebyongerako mu maaso awo. Yes, okay, ebifo bibaddemu okwegugunga nyinza okusibiina of head. Naye wabaawo ne information yonna tujja kuba tukibawa. Nedda internet ne bwebaawo ne bwetabaawo ffe nga security tukola orders zaffe zitambula n'emirimu gyaffe tugitambuza bulungi. Yes, Ramson. Deployments ze tuzikoze mu bifo bingi nga ne Magereko gitadde, naye just kyetugamba abantu deployments ezo tezirina kuteekawo mbeera abantu ne balemwa n'okukola emirimu gyabwe. Abantu bagende bakole emirimu gyabwe. Deployments ezo zibayamba kubakuuma kubanga waliwo abantu abali ogezaako okuteekawo embeera, okukuba amamotoka g'abantu, okubba abantu abagala okuteekawo embeera embi. Kati nga ffe nga security byebintu bye tutasobola kukkiriza. Obubaka bwe tuwa Bannayuganda is that mugende mukole emirimu gyammwe. Bwe wabaawo obuzibu bwonna bwe mufuna mututuukirire nga security. Kyetwagala okulaba nti eddembe abantu balyenyumirizaamu, abantu bagenda ne bakola emirimu gyabwe nga teri abataataganyiza. Mwebale nnyo, mwebayire ddala.